Hello everyone. So today I have Jeffrey running here so we can check in on how he's doing. The current environment doesn't seem to be provoking any decisions, so I'm going to switch it up here just so we can get a little more action in the short time that I have to talk about Jeffrey. That's the same environment. And now there is something flashing. I'll let it run its course for a bit. So in other news with Jeffrey, I've been running him a lot over the course of the last few days since Wednesday, and I haven't been able to sit down and work on the errors. I might be able to do that tomorrow, but in terms of the errors, they are still occurring, and I need to isolate what type of error is occurring in each program, because there are errors that are occurring in the driver program as well as errors that are occurring in the AI in a total. Most of those are occurring in the child program of the AI, which is the AI's equivalent or the simulation of the driver program. So most of these problems and errors should be relatively related, I'm hoping. So then I can knock out a few birds with one stone when I actually find a solution to the current errors. Now, I don't think that I'll be able to make the program perfect, but I'll at least make it so that it will run without crashing, hence the crashing. So now we have a rock there. So we'll see what happens. He has been about the same amount of adventurous. That sentence was terrible. So what I mean is that Jeffrey has been exploring out into no man's land about the same amount, and the good thing about that is that the more he spends out in the area without the light, the more the AI can learn about how Jeffrey should act when his battery is low. And I have seen more of Jeffrey cheating the system a little bit. I'm not sure if the decisions are actually forcing him to do that or if it's just a coincidence. But when Jeffrey gets himself out into the dimmer light, which is the darker ring there, he begins to shoot his gun while staying in one spot outside, so that the battery bar will stay fairly low in, and it will think that he's trying to charge up, but he keeps it in a constant fluctuation between levels of charge, so that the points that he gains from just simply standing there are substantial. I don't think that this is a problem I need to fix. I think this is just the AI's randomization exploiting the game, and possibly just a complete coincidence that it occurs. I do need to make the program I was talking about on Wednesday so that I can see what the decisions are for each instinct. Now, that will be somewhat of a daunting task, considering that the instinct list is now above 200, and here we go, he's starting to explore. He's getting out into this dimmer area, and so now he's going in a straight line. And so what I noticed is that the decisions haven't been necessarily based on environment and more based on health stats, so the health bar over there and the battery bar. So this would mean that in terms of new environments, Jeffrey does not have a lot of instincts specific to those health and battery levels. So when Jeffrey has low battery, he tends to just do the same thing for every environment, because if he does not have a specific instinct in that environment already, or if he only has one instinct for one situation, then he will keep falling back on that instinct until the AI produces a new instinct for Jeffery to enact on. So these are the new situations that I've been seeing where the battery's completely down, and so then Jeffery will be learning a little bit more from these new situations, because the whole AI will have a chance to take this in as a sample environment, so then it can begin work on creating new instincts for this particular case of health and battery combination. So, like I said, not too much excitement has happened with Jeffery in the past couple days since Wednesday. So I think now that you've seen him run out into no man's land, there isn't really much more to show. So I will just go and run a quick commercial here while I set up the other the ball drop task, so that I can move on to the bulk of the stream, which I plan to be talking about. I know I said on Twitter I was going to be talking about refrigerators, but I changed my mind a little bit. I'm going to be talking about evaporative cooling, which is a type of refrigeration, and also touching a little bit on relativity. And so I know we talked about quantum mechanics last time, and I'm sure I butchered it a little bit, but I think that I will do a little better job of explaining at least some of the mathematical aspects of relativity. So with that being said, I will play an ad, and I will see you in a minute.